I should like to accord at the outset a warm welcome to my hearers and listeners. In this particular session, I should like to introduce you to British Romantic literature, and we shall take into consideration the very interpretation of the poetical compositions which have been made by such great Romantic poets as William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Percy Bysshe Shelley, John Keats and Lord Byron. While we talk of Romanticism, then by that precisely we mean an effort made by the poet to evolve himself into something universal, something significant, something meaningful, and something very ideal. And to that extent, every poet introduces us to the ordinary experience, and later, while he reaches towards the end, the same ordinary experience has been made to converge into significant experience. This happens to be the broad outline of the entire Romantic program. In this regard, we can take into consideration the various poetical compositions made by all the various Romantic poets. And in the first place, we can begin with William Wordsworth. In Tintern Abbey, this great poet introduced us to 5 years and 5 summers and 5 winters. But later, towards the end, we are brought to an understanding of something far more deeply interfused, whose dwelling is the light of setting sun. Similarly, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, in his poem Kubla Khan, would make us understand in Xanadu did Kubla Khan, and later, towards the end, he would speak of a damsel with dulcimer singing of Mount Ebora. Accordingly, we are enabled to understand how the opposition and division which came to us in the form of Kubla Khan is now full flow or free flow of creativity. Similarly, John Keats, in a poem entitled Ode to Autumn, he shall begin with season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, which is precisely the duality of this world. And towards the end he shall speak of, while barred clouds bloom the soft dying day, then in stubble plains touch with rosy hue. Shelley is also not far behind. In a poem entitled Ode to the West Wind, he shall, at the beginning, introduce us to the wildness of the west wind, and he would say, O wild west wind, thou breathe of autumn's being. And towards the end he shall say, if winter comes, can spring be far behind. Lord Byron follows the train, and he would make entire childhood a sort of pilgrimage. My friends, this course is meant for undergraduate students who have opted for an honors program of the various universities, and accordingly it is meant for the students, the readers, or the entire spectrum of genuinely interested erudites all across the country. The course shall be spread over 6 credits, and the methodology shall be precisely new critical in nature. In this particular course, the whole emphasis would be on correct understanding of Romantic movement in England, which lays in a way a foundation for the development of all the later movements. Friends, understanding of Romanticism is primarily an understanding of oneself. So while we understand Romanticism, we are understanding oneself, and while we understand oneself, we are in a position to become the ideal ones, the ideal and worthy citizens of this world. Wordsworth writes down his poems primarily and precisely to understand himself, and he understands himself in as much as he proceeds to understand the universality of the humanity across the world, and in that perhaps the entire meaning and significance of humanity is concerned. To that extent, this course is an essential one, and I should insist that all the viewers and all the readers should opt for this course, in as much as this course is not just a course about a particular curriculum related to literature or literary activities. Rather, This course is a course about humanity, human beings, human world, human culture, human civilization. Thank you very much.